If you are trying to sell AI agents using cold email, cold calls, scraping lists, if you are still doing that in 2026, you are playing the wrong game, my friend. And in this video, I'm going to probably go against a lot of what you've been told about prospecting. Because what I'm about to show you is the real reason cold outreach is collapsing, why reply rates don't matter anymore, and why one AI prospecting update just flipped the power dynamic completely. And here's the crazy part. You don't need a giant list. You don't need perfect contact info or even email addresses. In fact, missing emails is no longer a problem. It's an advantage. And today, I'm going to show you how I can pull hundreds of local businesses in minutes, why most people panic and give up when data is missing, and how you, my AI operators, can turn that exact problem into recurring clients. But don't take my word for it that this stuff works. Here's some wins from people just like you using what I am going to show you in today's training. This is Bill. So Bill had a bunch of wins here that he shared. You can see a landscaping contractor, painting contractor. He's got a therapist, weight loss, wellness, painting. All of these wins like this and all these different niches all start with having effective outreach. This is Dorn, and this is a great example of not needing a big list. So Dorn just researched 50 businesses, and then he just sent out 10 emails an hour starting on a Monday at 9 a.m. By the end of it all, you can see 50 businesses targeted. He got 20 replies, 9 booked appointments. That's like a 40-something% reply rate and a 45% booked appointment rate. And his total time invested was roughly 7 hours. And you can see here he says, this isn't rocket science. It's having focus, a clear path, clear, simple, non-pitchy messaging, and consistency. And that is what I'm going to talk to you about in today's video. Here's Lonnie, who was on one of our calls the other day, and I'm going to talk a little bit about the directory method later, but he said using the directory method, he picked up 6 clients, not leads, actual clients, and he still has every one of them. Now, I have a free group in school called Smart AI Operators. And if you're watching this video, you'll find a link to it down in the description. But you should go here and request to join, because you can go in this group. You can click on this celebrations tab here at the top, and you can see people just like you celebrating wins for what I show on these YouTube videos pretty much every day, every couple of days. Here's Roger, he's got a directory site up and running. Here's Andrew, who made $250 without doing anything. He just ran some cold leads through an automation. Somebody getting their first conversation with a prospect today. So we have people in the group that are just starting out, people that have seasoned veterans, and it's a great place to ask questions, see what people are doing, see what's actually working, the kind of what people are charging and what they're actually getting paid. That's the win from Dorn I was showing you a minute ago. Here's some SEO wins from John, $650 a month plus ad span, a $750 win. Here's Mark with some wins. So just lots of great wins in this group. You can see them just by clicking on the celebrations tab. But I just want to show you that so you know that, look, this isn't just because I'm special. It's not because I know something that other people don't. If you actually apply the methods I'm going to talk about in this video, this will work, I believe, for just about anybody who's willing to put in the effort. So if you sell AI agents, AI automations, AI local marketing, or anything to local small businesses, this is one of those videos that you want to watch all the way through. Okay, before we go any further, I just have a quick favor for you, because I want to reward the AI operator action takers here on my video. So I actually have a cheat sheet for today's training. And I'm going to share my screen here, show this to you. Here is the cheat sheet. It's got a bunch of stuff based off today's training, an actual action plan that you can follow, broken out in days on here as well. And if you want to get this action sheet, all you have to do is like this video, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and just drop a comment below, and I will shoot you over a link to my free Smart AI Launch Lab training. Now, this free training shows you how to get an AI business set up in 72 hours. But when you sign up for the free training, on the thank you page, there's actually, in step number 3, there's a button where you can download all the cheat sheets and all these different bonuses that I use in my videos. So not only will you get this one, but you'll get a bunch of other ones as well. And you know what? I didn't pull that up to show here, but I can show you that page. So when you get in the Smart AI Launch Lab, you'll end up on this page. And if you just scroll down here to step number 3, it says access your free bonus resources. You click this button right here, and that'll give you access to this cheat sheet and a bunch of others that I have in there as well. So let's get into today's actual training. So let me come back here to my main screen here. Okay, so let me ask you something. When most people think prospecting, what do they think? Emails, cold calls, LinkedIn spam, direct messaging, right? And what do all of those have in common? Well, they require perfect data. And when that data is missing, people freeze. No email, guess I can't contact them. No phone number, guess I'm stuck. They quit. That mindset is exactly why most people stall out. Because look, data gaps are normal. That's just the reality. What's broken is the way people think about outreach. Now, in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you how to pull 120 to 500 local business leads without buying lists or paying for them or doing any guessing. So let me start by just sharing my screen here. I'm going to go over to this tool first. Let me get in the right place here. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen. So right now, what you're looking at is a software tool called HighLevel. Now, I know there's a lot of YouTube people out there promoting HighLevel and all that stuff. And honestly, look, a lot of people already use it because it's a great tool. It has basically everything you need to run an AI business right inside. So, I'm not really here to try to get you to sign up to HighLevel under me or anything like that. I mean, I do have a HighLevel affiliate link if you feel so obliged, but that's not the point of this video. And that's not why I use HighLevel. I've been using HighLevel long before I started making these videos because HighLevel does all the things that I need to do to run a business online in one place under one dashboard, and it is very cost effective. You can get started for as little under $100. But one of the, I think, more underutilized pieces of HighLevel is they actually have a prospecting tool built into the system. That's right, you don't have to get anything extra. They have a prospecting tool built into the system. Now, there are 2 versions of the prospecting tool right now. So there's a free version and then there's a premium version. So if you look on my screen here in this left-hand dashboard, right now I'm in the agency dashboard of my HighLevel. So I am not in a sub account. If you're new to HighLevel, a sub account is just a sectioned off account where you can do all the marketing for one specific business. So I'm in here inside the agency dashboard. And if you look in the left-hand menu, you'll see that the third thing down is this prospecting button. And if I click on this, it takes me to the HighLevel prospecting tool. Now, I am using the premium version because the difference between the free and the premium is just the amount of information that you get in the report. Now, with the free version, I think you can still generate like 40 reports a day with the free version, which is like crazy. That's not generating leads. That's just generating the actual reports. That'll all make sense here in a minute. But I think the premium is, I think it's like 29 bucks or something. It's definitely worth it to add it on to your HighLevel account because, well, you'll see in a minute all the amazing stuff it does. So you can use it in the agency level, the free version here. When you upgrade to premium, then HighLevel allows you to also use it in one sub account under this same premium subscription. So I can actually use the premium tool here in agency view, or I can use it in the sub account that I now have it associated with. Now, I know HighLevel is going to be rolling out eventually the ability to use the free version in sub accounts. I can't wait for that. That's going to be a real game changer. If you're a HighLevel agency, like in one of the big plans, and you have like SaaS and you're trying to sell HighLevel as your own thing, another great thing about this is you're able to resell the prospecting tool, and HighLevel charges $29, but when you put it in your sub accounts for your clients, you can charge whatever you want over $29. Now, I'm not going to go into a lot of detail here on that because that's not the point of this video, but there's just a lot of options that you have there. So here's what we're going to do. I'm in the agency one. I'm going to show you this first because there are a couple of new features that HighLevel rolled out that I think are really game changers. And then I'll show you what this looks like in an actual sub account as well. So the premium version is where things get interesting to me because it allows you to add prospects in bulk. In the free version, you have to kind of do them one at a time. Again, you can link the tool to a sub account and you can immediately turn prospects into contacts that you can run through automations in HighLevel. So this is one of the other great things about HighLevel is it's also a customer management tool, and you can set up like email automations, workflows, all these different things to make your processes systematized. And that's just another great feature. So let me show you how this all kind of ties in and some of these amazing things that HighLevel did, because that's the real shift. The old way is one business at a time, manual audits, slow. The new way is bulk selection, instant reports, automation ready. So let me show you. So I'm going to go over here to this blue button where it says add prospect, and it's going to pull up this little tool. Now I can put in a type of business that I want to go after. So let's say I want to go after plumbers. I can type them plumber in here. Then I can set a location. So I'm in Las Vegas. I'm just going to pick Las Vegas. You see it pulls up this little area here. And then I can set a radius. So right now it's set to 3.1 miles, which I am a big proponent of prospecting in your own backyard. If you've seen any of my other videos, you know that if you're new, I highly recommend this is where you start. So I'm going to leave this at 3.1. But if I can't find enough prospects with this radius, I can go in here and I can up this or I can lower it if I'm in a big area. However I want to do that to get more leads if I need them. So now once I've put these in, all I have to do is click search. And now the prospecting tool is going to go out and pull in all of these leads. Now, I have run this search before, so you're going to see some of these business have already been added to my HighLevel account, but some of them haven't. So I'm going to show you what we do here. So as I scroll down here, you're going to see it shows a map of the businesses it's pulling in, and then it starts showing me the leads that it pulled. And it gives me some really great surface level information about these leads. So one is it tells me if they've claimed their Google business profile or not. And two, it tells me if their website is a WordPress website or not. It will give me their Google star ratings, and it tells me if they have a website or if they don't. And then it tells me if they've been added as a lead already to my HighLevel or not. And if you go over here, they have this conversion rate. So this is a metric that HighLevel puts together that says, well, based on all this information we're pulling in, this is we think your chance of turning this person into an actual client. So you can see right now, this is pretty low, right? These are moderate. But if I click on this, I can change this so that I can see ones that are more likely to turn into clients versus less. So like if I go over here to page 8, I may see, we'll see it's still pulling in some information. So let's go over here to page 4, still getting all the information. So it's still pulling in additional information on these. It's only brought in this here, but eventually these pages here will be filled up with new conversion scores, and more than likely, I'm going to get some in the green. So we'll come back and check that in a minute while I show you some of this other stuff. Now, let me show you a couple of other great things that they've added here. One is you do have the ability to, you can either show the Google Business Claim or the WordPress or not, so you can turn these things on and off. You can also manage your columns, so you can have it show only the columns you want. You can rearrange these into any order you want, so that make this really, really easy. And again, in the past, you could only export these contacts one at a time. But look, if I select all of these, I can now click this Add Multiple Prospects, and it will add all of these prospects instantly. As number one, it will generate an online marketing report. An online marketing report that you can give away for free or charge for. We charge anywhere from $99 to $200 for these reports and to go over them with clients. They're really great. I'll show you one in a minute. Not only will it generate a report for these people, but it'll also make them contacts in your CRM so that you can add them to automations and different things like that. Now, I'm not going to run these yet. Let's just see if some of these other ones have kind of come through. Nope, not yet. All right, well, we'll come back to this and check it out here in a minute. So there's a couple of things there. You can also add these actions down here. So like when I put this up, right, it shows me their business website, their address, their phone number, and then there's this button here that says Generate Report. So what is a report? Well, let me go back to the main prospecting accounts and I can show you that. So these are some prospects that I've added already into my HighLevel. Like I said, I want these to go after. So you can see right here now it says View Report, right? View Report, because it actually ran a detailed marketing report for this business. And let me show you what this report looks like. So when I click on this, and this is really awesome, it's got an overall score. It's going to give me some information on their business details, their tech stack, their Google business profile, their listings, their online reputation, their website performance, and their SEO analysis. So these are all things that I can help them with using the functions in HighLevel. So for instance, the techno stack, like look, if I go here in the business details, let's start with that. In the business details, you can see right here it says that this business has no chat widget on their website. That means they are not taking advantage of an AI agent to lighten the load of their people in answering calls, answering questions, booking appointments. They're probably still doing things the manual way. So this is a huge thing right here. Just knowing this, I now know that, hey, this business would be a great target to sell an AI agent to. Even a simple missed call or just answering the phone agent after hours, this would be great. I can go through and see other stuff here. Here's their techno stack analysis. Like, I'm pretty sure they're not running Facebook ads because they don't have a Facebook pixel. If they are running Facebook ads, then they're missing out because they don't have their pixel installed. Looks like they probably are running Google ads. Yep, check marks for that, right? So I can see that. They have the analytics pixel. Here's a little pro tip for you. This is something that I used to do for a long time, and I would use this Google Analytics pixel, Facebook pixel, Google Ads pixel as a little foot in the door. So if I wanted to start a relationship with this business, I just reach out and say, hey, I notice you don't have a Google Pixel installed. I would be willing to install that at no charge, just as a complimentary offer, just to kind of get the conversation going. So Now, when we scroll down, we can see their Google business profile. You can see it's 100%. Not a lot of opportunity there. Listing. So this really tracks like where their business name, address, and phone number is listed online, and if all of it is correct. You can see right now there are some that have no match, some that are only a partial match. So they're 75%, but they could very easily be 100% here. These types of things are what really help with local SEO and also now AI SEO. And then you can see this is where their business is listed, all of these listing services. Another great thing about HighLevel is this is a service that you can also offer from HighLevel and again, mark up to whatever price you want. So you can see these ones that say no match. That means they're not listed in these. So I think this listing service is very inexpensive from HighLevel. They do all the work, and then you just mark it up and charge the client for it. So another little item there. Review summary. So this shows me how negative reviews versus positive, their review reply percentage. So again, in HighLevel, there is a reputation part where you can manage with automation and AI and do reputation services. So this gives you information you can use to sell that. You can see here's their ratings on their Google business, no Facebook ratings found. So there's an opportunity right there, right? So you guys can see there's lots of stuff here. And if we go down to SEO analysis, they do this great little heat map where it shows where they rank in the various areas. This is awesome if you're, if you are selling SEO services and different things like that. Now, these little reports, you can export them as a PDF. You can add custom branding, right? And you can share the report. You can generate a shareable link that you can send to the customer. Now, I see some of the questions here. Yes, so I will post a link to the bonus document in there. And yes, so to do the bulk export right now, you have to have the premium plan to do that. Yes, you have to have the premium plan to do that. So let me see, where can I, I'm not seeing oh, there it is. It was hidden underneath. So here, I'm going to drop a link into the training to my Launch Lab training. So here we go. If you just go to Smart Directory AI / Smart Launch Lab. There you go. And if you leave a comment down below, I will post that in there as well. So another awesome thing about this prospecting tool is that they do have a widget that you can add to your website. So you can actually offer a free report when someone comes to your website, or you can email a prospect and say, hey, go here, generate your free report, and that will create a lead for you, someone that you know might be interested in your services. So as you can see, I don't have that set up right now. And then settings, this is where you can see your report settings. You can manage your subscription. You'll see what sub account your premium is linked to. This means I can use the prospecting tool in this sub account, which I'm going to show you here in a minute. I do want to show you one other thing. You can now categorize your leads as well. So I can create categories, and then I can select prospect accounts and put them into categories for easier organization. So like if I'm targeting multiple niches, like maybe I'm going after plumbers, electricians, and roofers, I could create categories for each of those, and I could segment all my prospects into those categories. So when I'm targeting the roofers, I can just get all of them in one place. And when I want the electricians, I can do that. So another awesome feature of the prospecting tool right there. Now, you can see just running a few reports like this, you can easily generate hundreds of business leads, within just a few minutes. But I want to point something out about this list. It shows me their Google business profile status, the website present or missing, the chat widget present or missing, the reviews, the SEO signals. This is not a lead list like you would normally think of it. This is context, meaning I now know I have some context on what these businesses need help with. And context is what converts. So I shared with you a couple of the updates here that people miss with the bulk prospecting, the categorize now. But let me show you this other one using the tool in the sub account, because there's a lot of amazing things that you can do in this as well. So look, I'm going to go over to the sub account where I have the prospecting tool connected. Now, again, when I signed up for the premium, it gives me the option to do this in the settings. So I'm going to go here to marketing. So in a sub account, you find the prospecting tool in marketing, and you'll see up here in the far right is prospecting. So if I click on that, now I'm looking at the prospecting tool in a sub account. Now you can see it looks very similar to what we were looking at in the agency view. The main difference here, and why this is such a powerful thing to have in a sub account, is on the agency side, I cannot add those leads to an automation or a workflow because those things exist in sub accounts. But when I have the prospecting tool in the sub account, I can actually not only pull the leads in, but instantly add them to workflows and get automations going without having to do anything extra. When you're in this agency view, really the only thing you can do is add them to your contacts. And then if you want to get them into a sub account, you have to move those contacts into the sub account you want. Now, I do want to show you one other thing here on the agency view. This is a new feature they just rolled out. If I select this contact, you'll see that, let me see, where is it? Did I select this contact? Oh, yeah. So if I look at these contacts, hold on, let me find one that is not closed or one. Oh, I might not have one on here. Let me see. So you see this little thing where it says closed and one. You can now select, like when you have a new lead in here, you can mark it as closed or one. And if you mark it as one, it will automatically create a sub account for that lead. So you can see, like, if I wanted to make a sub account for this lead, it's very, very easy. I would just click make it a sub account and it makes it a sub account. That's a new feature they just rolled out, which is really, really awesome. But that button, I don't know why I can't see it. Maybe it's because I'm not in the prospecting tool. That's why I'm in the sub accounts. So look, if I go here, see this right here, marked lead won or lost. If I go down here and I mark this lead as one, I can now automatically, just with one click here, make a sub account where I can run all the marketing for this lead from. So that is really awesome. Or I can mark them as lost, or I can just leave the lead open. So that is an awesome improvement to the agency side. So let's go back to the tool in the sub account so I can show you some amazing things here. So again, marketing, prospecting in the upper right. Now, this works very much the same way, right? You just add prospects, adding the businesses in bulk, all of that stuff. But you can see I can run audits and I can push them into the CRM. So when I bulk import these businesses, it automatically creates them as contacts and it tags them. So look, if I go over here, you'll see in my contacts, I now have these new prospect received. These are all contacts that were generated from the marketing report. Now, if I want to, let me just go and find tags here. I'm just going to sort those, so we're just looking at those. So if I go into tag, and I'm going to say is, and I'm just going to select that tag that it created, which is new prospect received, and I'm just going to click apply. So now you can see these are ones that they're generated from the tool. So again, I have marketing reports on these as well, but I've got a report, a data snapshot, and more importantly, the tool's giving me reasons for outreach, right? There's no guessing, there's no pitching, there's just relevance. So here is what is wild about this, right? Maybe you're watching this video and you're like, wow, that's cool. Like, that's a cool tool, but now what? Right? And operators, though, think like this. They go, well, how do I turn these leads into actual conversations? And that is where most people mess this up, which brings us to the real shift, okay? If you are still trying to convert a lead into a paying client on first contact, this section is going to save you months of frustrations. Because a lot of people, when they pull these leads in from the tool, not only they wonder, well, what's next, but they also look at this and they go, well, Tom, look, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 contacts that don't have email addresses. Like, what do I do? Like, I've only got 2 contacts here with email addresses. And so they just give up because, well, guess I can't contact them. Don't have an email address, right? But here's the thing. That is conversion prospecting. See, when you're conversion prospecting, you're just trying to get the information fast so you can pitch fast, close fast, push offers. But conversation prospecting, which is what I am a proponent of, it is where you start a dialogue. You lower resistance from your leads and you let curiosity do the work of bringing them to you and helping you close those deals. And here's the big one. Conversation does not require email. Again, this is where a lot of people panic. Well, what if there's no email address? I say good. That means less competition, fewer spammers, more creative angles. Most of your competitors are going to give up when they see there is no email address. But email is no longer the primary key. Attention is. What actually matters is this a real business? Do they have an online visibility gap? Is there something that they're not doing that AI could help them do better, save them money, give them a better ORI? Is there an obvious missed opportunity? That's what's important, not whether you have an email or not. So if yes, you have a conversation starter. And you can see from the prospecting tool, you get all that information very quickly. In the old days, it took forever to find this stuff out. Now we can get it really quickly. And this is exactly where a software that I developed comes in called Smart Directory AI. And I'm going to talk about Smart Directory AI because I'm going to show you how to take these opportunities and really flourish and turn them into recurring paying clients. So in this sub account that you're looking at, I actually have my app, Smart Directory AI, installed. So Smart Directory AI is an app that lives in HighLevel. You have to have a HighLevel account to use it. You add it into the sub account, and it gives you the ability to create a local community business directory in around, I did one live the other day in about 15 minutes, but this one that you're looking at right here, this is one that I created. I've probably spent about an hour just kind of customizing colors. I used AI to make this business logo, but you can see it's got local businesses on it, blog posts, events, different things like that. I'm not going to go into all the details of this, but I want to show you how I leverage this to prospect because I think this is something that you should be doing. This is a conversation style approach, and if you don't feel confident in your ability to sell this approach, you're going to love it because you don't have to be a great salesman. You don't have to be flashy. You don't have to be a big brand. All you have to do is be authentic. Just be yourself and come from this position of wanting to help local community businesses. So let me show you how this goes. So once I have these leads in my HighLevel account, right, I'm going to lead with value. And I'm going to do that by giving them a free listing on this local community resource website. Now, Smart Directory AI makes that super easy. All I have to do is, like, if I want to add this Flow Pro plumbing, I can just select whichever ones I want to add. And then all I do is go to add tags, and I just simply add this tag business. And when I do that, I'm going to just say new leads. When I do that, they will now instantly have a listing created on my directory site. So Flow Pro Plumbing, that is one we'll look at. So if I go, let me just refresh this to make sure this kicks in. Let me refresh to make sure this kicks in. So if I go back to my directory site, sometimes it takes a minute for them to get added, but they're not on there yet. So we'll go back and check. But they will have a free listing on this directory site. So right now it's just getting their business information, getting everything set up. Now it's going to be a very basic listing. There's not going to be a lot of stuff to it, just business address, phone number, website, things like that. So this also gives me an opportunity where in this process, I can offer to try to sell them a premium upgrade where they get more images, optimized business description, right? They get business hours. This actually can pull in Google reviews as well. So there's a lot of advantages to having the premium upgrade. Plus, I add in a bunch of tangible items as well. Like if they upgrade to premium, I'll optimize their Google business profile. I'll do some other marketing things that are highly valuable in addition to giving them the upgraded listing. So here they are. Now they're added, right? We've added them. They've been added. They are now with business tag on there. So, yep. So see, there's full plumbing. You can see it now has the business tag. And they'll have a listing on our site. So what happens then? Well, now that they have a free listing, right? Instead of say reaching out and being like, "Hey, I'm Tom. I have this marketing company. I sell AI or I sell AI services." Basically, instead of reaching out and being like, "I'm trying to sell you something," now I'm reaching out to these leads with value. And I'm saying, "Look, you're already being featured on my local directory site." I don't ask them if they want to be on it. I don't do any of that. I just reach out and say, "Hey, I have this local community resource website that I set up to help local businesses get more exposure. You came recommended. You have a free listing on it now. I just want to make sure that I have all of the correct business information." Now, I can go through and verify their business information. And at the end of that, like I can just say, "Look, hit reply if the information's correct. If it's not, right, then let me know what needs to be changed." And then when they reply, I can say, "Awesome. While I was setting up your listing, I noticed that you don't have a chat widget on your website. I can actually help you with that. We book a strategy call so we can talk about it?" This flips the entire prospecting dynamic. Smart Directory AI allows you to create live listings, generate exposure, trigger engagement, and open conversations without needing perfect contact info. So you're not chasing, you're activating. And when someone sees their listing, clicks it, engages with it, now you're in a conversation. And again, the emails don't matter because we have automations in the background where we can send those notifications either by email or SMS, or we can use an AI outbound agent to call, or we could use someone on our team to follow up on these. It works like gangbusters. And that's why missing emails don't slow operators down. They create multiple entry points, email forms, calls, listings, visibility. This is why this system scales, right? Because you're not tied into that. Imagine, look, a business phone number, right, is way more reliable than a business email. Because a business phone number, if they change their phone number, they update it right away, right? Like if we're looking at these leads over here, these phone numbers are gold because I guarantee you they want to answer when somebody calls these numbers, right? So instead of doing our initial outreach to these people via email, we just pop them a text and say, "Hey, we're setting up a local business community resource website. Your business is listed. I just need to verify this is the correct information. Is this correct?" Or again, we can call them, have somebody on our team call them, or even use an AI agent. Now, if you're going to use an AI outbound agent, you need to get permission. We have a process for that using the directory site that works like magic, but I'm not going to go into that. We'll save that for another video. But okay, let's go back and kind of recap what we actually covered today. So AI prospecting is no longer about lists. Missing data is not a blocker. Conversations beat conversions. I'm going to say that again. Conversations, if I can talk, beat conversions, and systems beat tactics. This is how an AI operator thinks. Not how do I get more replies, but how do I create more entry points for conversations? So look, if you want to grab my AI prospecting operators cheat sheet, which you can see right here, again, it's got all the information I talked about in today's training, along with some mind shift stuff that is very important, email things, also a day by day action plan that will help you get started, along with some other free resources. All you have to do, like, subscribe, comment on the video. I will send you a link to sign up for my free Smart AI Launch Lab training. On the thank you page, you're going to be on this page right here. Again, the training is free. You'll see step number 3 is access your free bonuses. You just click this. Not only will you get this cheat sheet, but you'll get a bunch of other ones as well. Look, the AI space is getting more and more crowded. The secret to success is being able to start conversations so that you can actually show people the AI services you have to offer. Most people are going to struggle with this because they're just going to sound like everybody else. You don't have to be that way. If you follow what I laid out here, use the prospecting tool to grab those leads. And if you use something like what I covered here, what I call the AI directory edge, you can stand out in that crowded marketplace and not even be anywhere remotely lumped in with all those people contacting local businesses about their AI services, because you'll be seen as a local community supporter, someone leading with value out there to help businesses, and you'll just be able to naturally sell your higher ticket recurring services on the back end. And the prospecting tool will show you exactly from the get-go what those things are and what you'll be selling and what you'll be providing and all that stuff. So there's no guesswork whatsoever. All right, look, again, subscribe, like, comment, link to the training below. I post new trainings on this channel multiple times a week. That's it for this one. This was a lot of fun. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one.